Hello everybody, welcome back to Cannonball Cottage. Today we're going to be making lamb and leek burgers. We've got we've got 750 grams of minced lamb. We have some finely diced leeks with about 100 grams. We have one egg. We have about 50 grams of breadcrumbs that have been soaked slightly with a little bit of water so that they're not all sort of dry. In here we have the seasonings. We have some celery salt, about a teaspoon, 3/4 of a teaspoon of thyme, 3/4 of a teaspoon of coriander, 3/4 of a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 of a teaspoon, or maybe just a little bit over, of black pepper. So, to begin with, we're going to add the leeks, and in they go. We need to start just a little mix just to get them going slightly. I'm not going to put all of the egg in, I'm only going to put about half of the egg because we want to make sure that we don't want it too wet. We're going to add the breadcrumbs. Forgot to mention also we've got some parsley over here that's going to go in, a tablespoon of parsley. There you go. And now we're going to add the seasonings in there. And we're also going to add the parsley. As I said, about a tablespoon of parsley. And this is where the fun begins. Now you just get your hands in here now and give it a good old mix. Make sure you combine all the ingredients. And when this is mixed, to get the best result is to let it stand. It's sort of in the fridge, preferably for a good 30 minutes. But for me to demonstrate that that's not going to happen, I'm just going to be able to take one of these burgers and cook one off for you just to show you the finished product, and hopefully it actually stays together, because there's a possibility, because it hasn't been left to stand, it might separate slightly, but we'll see. As you can see, that's coming together really nicely now. This is based on a Greek burger. I've done it slightly differently, but it's the basics of a burger. One of the ingredients would be completely different, which is the burger that it was based on is actually pork. But I thought, being a Greek recipe, I'd use lamb, because I think the Greeks are partial to their lamb, as we all are. See, now it's coming together better. Now it's becoming like a sticky consistency, and that's what you need to do. You need to keep on mixing and mixing and mixing, so that it all starts sticking to your hands. And this is possibly the best way to do it, by hand rather than in a processor or a stand mixer. It's really coming together now, and I think that's it really. I'm just going to check the weight, what weight we have, so that we can divide it into portions. As I said, we started off with 750 grams. I'll just check now to see what we've got. So you can see how it's come together now nicely. Just weigh it, and it's 940 grams. Just short, 50 grams short of 1,000. So I'm guessing 155 grams would give us about 6. So I'm going to do that, 155 grams. Let's see how it turns out. I'll just do one. That's 156. We'll just turn it into a burger or a patty, just like so. But as I've said, really, I'm only going to do one because I want this to sit for 30 minutes or so before I actually, there you go, look, into a burger. And we've got this pan on a very low heat, and I'll just wash my hands and then we'll get on with cooking that. I'll just raise the heat on it. Just give me a minute to wash that meat off my hands. It's really sticky, so it's really come together well. It's sticking to my hands really well, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay. So there you go. We'll just put some heat to this. Let's see if we can get it sort of moving on. There you go. It looks really, really nice. With all the leeks and the parsley in there, and we'll see how it turns. See what it comes out like. But I'm gonna, as I've said, I'm gonna leave this to come together rather than try and work with it now. Although in saying that, what I could do is actually just get a plate, start making them up, put them on a plate, and leave them in the fridge too. Let's see. Will do nicely. It's a bit too much. Another one. Just turn them into a ball first. Bit too much. That'll do. 155. Theoretically, this has got to be in half. It's too much. See what we've got here. That's okay. That's about it. Perfect. I'll just put that one into a bowl, and there we have, ready to rock and roll with those. I'll wash my hands again. Cool, I never stopped when I was in the restaurant. From one point move to the other, and wash my hands again, over and over and over. Thousands of times I must have washed my hands when I was in the kitchen in the restaurant. Thousands. Right, let's see what we've got here then. Let's see if anything's making a move here. That's just sticking slightly. Should have left that really until it was ready to be moved. Should know better. See, it may well fall apart, as I've said, because it hasn't had time to come together yet, and that's all it needs. There you go. So once these have firmed up and had time to mould together, as it were, blend together, they'll be perfect. And so we just need now time for this to cook through slightly. I'll just turn it up again, and while we're waiting, as always, take a swig on the old red wine. Yamas. Turn it up. See, it isn't quite holding together really. It doesn't help with me keep on messing about with it, but the smell's lovely. The actual smell is absolutely lovely. Of course, you don't need too much oil in the pan, because as you well know, lamb can be a bit on the fatty side, and it cooks with its own fat. But there you go, it's coming along nicely now. And as I said, the smell is wonderful. That cinnamon brings out the not only the aroma but the taste. Fantastic. Let's see how we're going now. See, nicely colouring up, and I think we're going to be successful here. This is going to hold together. We just need to let it cook through, and I'll just check the temperature. These are great little bits of kit, these thermopens they're called. You know, if you work in the kitchen as I do all the time, I mean, they're brilliant, so that you know that you're on top of the temperatures. And what we're looking for is anything above 75 degrees Celsius, which kills all the bacteria that you need to, and then of course you can cook it to the temperature that you wish, depending on how well done you like your meat. I prefer my meat a little bit on the pink side. Having said that, you should make sure when you're using mince that you cook the mince through rather than having it rare. I know it's a popular thing these days to have a rare burger, but you should make sure as the internal temperatures reach 75 degrees. We're not quite there yet. We're some areas are hotter than other areas, but as you can see, it's browning up nicely. I'm going to give it another turn, and it's getting this lovely brown, not burnt, but caramelised crust to the burger. It's really good, and it smells fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And of course, if you'd made them the day before and you wanted to cook them on a barbecue, the smell would be absolutely outstanding. But there you go. That's I'm just going to test it now, and I think we're there. We're up to 80 odd degrees there. Now this little area here isn't quite at 75, so we're just gonna look at that. Look at what a wonderful colour that is, and it's so juicy. That's absolutely wonderful. What can I say? Yeah, and it's there now. What we're going to do is just serve it on this plate. It's not in a burger bun. This is just for display purposes, just so that you can see. And I'll just move this pan out of the way. And what we'll do is now have. Let me just wipe this surface here. What we'll do is give this a little bit of a taste. As you can see, look, can you see that? It's cooked all the way through. It's got this lovely texture to it. Oh wow. Now that is what you would call a super lush, yum, perfect burger. I'm going to have another taste. It's absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Just one more taste. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Well, that went quite well. Quite happy with that. Very good. Excellent burger. Okay. So, there you go. We have lamb and leek burgers here in Cannonball Cottage in the afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed that little demo on how to make some fresh lamb burgers with leeks. If you like what you've seen, give us a thumbs up, give it a share, subscribe to our channel, and of course please make a comment and I'll get back to you with any queries you may well have. And thanks for watching. Cheers everyone. Yum.